Violence and abuse affect people of all ages, genders, and backgrounds. It's important to understand what these terms mean and recognize the signs. Violence is any action intending to cause harm or injury. This can be physical, like hitting, or involve threats and intimidation. Abuse is a pattern of behaviors to control, manipulate, or harm. It can be physical, emotional, psychological, or sexual. Abuse is about power and control, and it's never the victim's fault. No one deserves to be abused. Help is available. Reach out for help if you or someone you know is experiencing abuse. Remember, you are not alone, and there is hope for a brighter future. Together, we can break the cycle of violence and create a safe world.
Understanding violence and abuse is the first step towards addressing these issues.
Physical abuse is often the most visible form of abuse, leaving behind bruises, cuts, and broken bones. It's important to remember that physical abuse is never acceptable and is a crime. It includes any intentional act that causes physical pain or injury, like hitting, slapping, kicking, biting, or burning. Physical abuse can also involve throwing objects, pulling hair, or using weapons. The impact of physical abuse extends far beyond the immediate injuries. Victims often experience chronic pain, sleep disturbances, and long-term health problems. If you are experiencing physical abuse, please know that you are not alone. Reach out to a trusted friend, family member, or helpline for support and guidance. Remember, your safety is paramount, and there are people who care and want to help.
Recognizing the signs of physical abuse is crucial for intervention and support. Let's delve into another form of abuse that, although less visible, is equally damaging.
Emotional and psychological abuse leave invisible scars that can be just as damaging as physical wounds. This abuse chips away at self-esteem, making one doubt their worth and sanity. It includes constant criticism, insults, and humiliation. Psychological abuse aims to control and manipulate thoughts and feelings. Gaslighting makes the victim question their own sanity. Remember, you are not to blame. The abuser's behavior reflects their issues.
Understanding this abuse helps recognize its profound impact. Now let's discuss another deeply violating form of abuse.
Sexual abuse is a deeply violating form of abuse that encompasses any sexual act without consent. It's essential to understand that consent is a fundamental human right, and no one has the right to violate another person's boundaries. Sexual abuse can range from unwanted touching and sexual harassment to rape and sexual assault. It can happen to anyone, regardless of age, gender, sexual orientation, or relationship status. The impact of sexual abuse can be devastating, leading to feelings of shame, guilt, fear, and isolation. It can also have long-term physical and mental health consequences. If you have experienced sexual abuse, please know that you are not alone. There are resources available to support you, and you deserve to heal and find justice.
It's important to acknowledge the profound impact sexual abuse has on survivors. Reaching out for help is a courageous step towards healing.
Section 5. Recognizing the signs. Are you or someone you know experiencing abuse? Recognizing the signs of abuse is crucial for both personal safety and supporting loved ones. Abuse can manifest in various ways, and it's important to remember that no two experiences are the same.
Some common signs of physical abuse include unexplained injuries, frequent bruises or cuts, and wearing clothing that covers most of the body. Victims might also appear withdrawn, anxious, or fearful around their abuser.
Emotional abuse can manifest as low self-esteem, constant self-criticism, and a fear of displeasing their partner. They might isolate themselves from friends and family and appear emotionally drained.
If you notice these signs in yourself or someone you know, it's essential to reach out for help. Trust your instincts and remember that you don't have to have all the answers to offer support.
Section 6. The profound impact of abuse on physical well-being. The impact of abuse extends far beyond the immediate physical injuries or emotional scars. It can have long-lasting effects on a person's physical health, leading to chronic pain, sleep disturbances, and a weakened immune system.
Victims of physical abuse often experience chronic pain, headaches, and gastrointestinal issues. The constant stress and fear can also lead to high blood pressure, heart disease, and other cardiovascular problems.
Sleep disturbances are another common consequence of abuse. Victims might experience insomnia, nightmares, or difficulty falling asleep due to anxiety and fear.
It's essential to prioritize your physical health if you've experienced abuse. Seeking medical attention, engaging in regular exercise, and adopting a healthy diet can contribute to healing and recovery.
Section 7. Scars that run deep. The mental and emotional toll of abuse. Abuse can leave deep emotional and mental scars that can impact a person's life long after the abuse has ended. The trauma of abuse can manifest in various ways, including post-traumatic stress disorder, anxiety, depression, and substance abuse.
PTSD is a common mental health condition that can develop after experiencing or witnessing a traumatic event, such as abuse. Symptoms can include flashbacks, nightmares, intrusive thoughts, and emotional numbness.
Anxiety and depression are also prevalent among abuse survivors. The constant fear, self-doubt, and feelings of worthlessness can lead to overwhelming sadness, hopelessness, and a loss of interest in activities they once enjoyed.
Healing from the emotional and mental scars of abuse takes time and support. Therapy, support groups, and self-care practices can provide a safe and nurturing environment for healing and growth. Section 8. Breaking free. Seeking help and support. Breaking free from the cycle of abuse is a courageous step towards healing and reclaiming your life. It's essential to remember that you are not alone, and there are resources available to support you every step of the way.
The first step is often the hardest, acknowledging that you are experiencing abuse and reaching out for help. This could involve confiding in a trusted friend, family member, therapist, or contacting a domestic violence hotline.
Creating a safety plan is crucial, especially if you are living with your abuser. This plan should include identifying safe places to go, securing important documents, and having a bag packed with essentials in case you need to leave quickly.
Remember that leaving an abusive relationship is a process, and it might take time to find the courage and resources to do so safely. Section 9. Reaching out. How to support a loved one. Experiencing abuse. Supporting a loved one experiencing abuse can be challenging, but it's crucial to remember that your presence and support can make a world of difference.
Approach the conversation with empathy, understanding, and without judgment. Start by expressing your concern and letting them know that you are there for them. Listen attentively to their experiences and validate their feelings. Avoid blaming them for the abuse or minimizing their experience.
Offer practical support, such as helping them research local resources, accompanying them to appointments, or providing a safe space if they need to talk. Respect their decisions, even if you disagree with them, and encourage them to prioritize their safety.
Remember that you cannot force someone to leave an abusive relationship. Your role is to provide a safe and supportive environment while empowering them to make their own choices. Section 10. Prevention and education. Building a future free from violence. Preventing violence and abuse requires a multifaceted approach that addresses the root causes and promotes a culture of respect, equality, and healthy relationships.
Education plays a vital role in challenging harmful norms and fostering empathy and understanding. Comprehensive sex education that teaches consent, boundaries, and healthy relationships is crucial for preventing sexual violence. By empowering young people with knowledge, we can help them develop healthy attitudes and behaviors.
Promoting gender equality and challenging harmful stereotypes are essential for preventing all forms of violence. When we challenge traditional gender roles and promote respectful relationships, we create a more equitable and just society.
By working together, we can create a future where violence and abuse are no longer tolerated and where everyone feels safe, respected, and valued.
Section 11, a call to action, cultivating respect and understanding. Creating a world free from violence and abuse requires a collective effort from individuals, communities, and institutions.
We must all be willing to challenge harmful norms, promote respect and understanding, and support survivors of abuse. Start by examining your own beliefs and attitudes about gender, power, and violence. Challenge stereotypes and biases, and speak out against jokes or comments that normalize or trivialize abuse.
Educate yourself about the dynamics of abuse and the resources available to support survivors. Volunteer your time at a local domestic violence shelter or donate to organizations working to end violence against women and girls.
Remember that change starts with each of us. By embracing empathy, promoting respect, and taking action, we can create a world where everyone feels safe, valued, and empowered.